Welcome to Smart Myths. In this video, we will be talking about graphing linear equations. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear graphing linear equations?
Okay, drawing something like a straight line, or let's say visualizing the relationship between two or more things or variables. Another thing I could think of is, such graphs bring to open the effect of one variable over the other one. Yes, we can say relationship between independent variable versus dependent variable.
Absolutely correct. You are thinking in the right direction. In this lesson, we will see how to graph a linear equation using the x and y-intercept method and the slope-intercept method. Plotting graph of linear equations using x and y-intercepts. The x and y-intercept method is best used when the given equation is in the standard form hey x plus by equals c, where a and b are coefficients of x and y, respectively. X and y are variables, and c is a constant. Let's try this. Plot the graph of the given equation. 4x plus 6y equals 36. You will realize the given equation is in the standard form of linear equation, which is hey x plus by equals c. See the description to find the link to the video on standard form of linear equation if you need to refresh. Now, we need to get x and y intercepts from the equation and plot a graph using these points. To get the 2 points, you simply plug in 0 for x to get y, and plug in 0 for y to get x. So to get the x-intercept, we plug in 0 for y. That means wherever we have y in the equation, it will be substituted by 0. 4x plus 6y equals 36. By substitution, we have 4x plus 6 times 0 equals 36. 6 times 0 equals 0. 4x plus 0 equals 36. 4x equals 36. To get the value of x, we divide both sides by 4. We have 4x divided by 4 equals 36 divided by 4. 4x divided by 4 is x, and 36 divided by 4 equals 9. X equals 9. Then, we have the x-intercept at the point 9, 0. Now, to get the y-intercept, we set x equals 0. X will be substituted by 0 in the equation. 4x plus 6y equals 36. By substituting, we have 4 times 0 plus 6y equals 36. 0 plus 6y equals 36. 6y equals 36. To get the value of y, we divide both sides by 6. We have 6y divided by 6 equals 36 divided by 6. 6y divided by 6 is y, and 36 divided by 6 equals 6. Y equals 6. Then, we have y-intercept at the point 0, 6. From our table, we have x-intercept at the point where x is 9 and y is 0, and our y-intercept at the point where x is 0 and y is 6. Point 1, where x is 9 and y is 0. Point 2, where x is 0 and y is 6. The first point where x is 9, we move 9 units from 0 to the right on the x-axis. And when y is 0, there will be no movement along the y-axis since we have 0 point. Then, we note the point. For the second point, when x is 0, there will be no movement in the x-axis since there is 0 point. And when y is 6, we move 6 units upward from 0 on the y-axis. Then, we note the point. We then join the 2 points with a straight line using a ruler. That's all. And we are done graphing the linear equation. 4x plus 6y equals 36, using x and y-intercepts method. Again, let's do another example. Plot a graph for the linear equation below using the x and y-intercepts. 4x plus 10y equals 20. Since the linear equation is in standard form, we can easily get x and y-intercepts from it and plot a graph using these points, by just simply plugging in 0 for x to get y, and plugging in 0 for y to get x. We start by setting y equals 0 to get the x-intercept. 4x plus 10y equals 20. We have 4x plus 10 times 0 equals 20. 10 times 0 equals 0. We have 4x plus 0 equals 20. 4x equals 20. To get the value of x, we divide both sides by 4. 4x divided by 4 equals 20 divided by 4. 4x divided by 4 equals x, and 20 divided by 4 equals 5. So, we have x equals 5. Then, we have x-intercept at the point 5, 0. Now, we set x equals 0 to get y-intercept. 4 times 0 plus 10y equals 20. 0 plus 10y equals 20. 10y equals 20. To get the value of y, we divide both sides by 10. 10y divided by 10 equals 20 divided by 10. We have y equals 2. Then, we have y-intercept at the point 0, 2. From our table, we have x-intercept at the point where x is 5 and y is 0, and our y-intercept at the point where x is 0 and y is 2. Then we plot the points on a graph. The first point when x is 5, we move 5 units from 0 to the right in the x-axis. And when y is 0, there will be no movement along the y-axis, since we have 0 point. For the second point, when x is 0, there will be no movement in the x-axis, since there is 0 point, and when y is 2, we move 2 units upward from 0 on the y-axis. We note the point. We then join the 2 points with a straight line using our ruler. That's all, and we are done graphing the linear equation. 4x plus 10y equals 20 using x and y intercepts. Now, let us consider the slope-intercept method of graphing linear equations. It is best to use the slope-intercept to graph when the linear equation is written in this form: y equals mx plus b, where x and y are variables, m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. The y-intercept is generally written as 0, b. Let's take for instance, y equals 2x plus 4. Here, 2 is the slope, y-intercept equals 4, whose coordinate is 0, 4. Note that the slope is y over change in x, that is, rise over run. Therefore, our slope is written as 2 over 1. Let's take some examples to see how we can use slope-intercept form to graph a linear equation. Graph the equation, y equals 3x plus 4. Since the given equation is in the slope-intercept form, first we remember how the form is being written. Y equals mx plus b. Compare it with the given equation, then, we carry out the following steps. Step 1. Identify the slope and the y-intercept. Our slope is 3, that is 3 over 1. Our y-intercept is 4. Step 2. Plot your y-intercept on your graph. Y-intercept is 4, so we move 4 unit along y-axis. Step 3. From the y-intercept 0, 4, use the slope to plot your next point. Our slope is 3 over 1, so you will rise 3 units up and run 1 unit to the right. Step 4. Draw a line through your 2 points. The line represents the equation y equals 3x plus 4. Let's take one more example. Plot the graph of y equals to minus 3 over 5x plus 3. Step 1. Identify the slope and y-intercept. Slope equals minus 3 over 5, y-intercept equals 3. The slope is negative. Don't worry, the steps are the same. Step 2. Plot the y-intercept 0, 3. Step 3. From the y-intercept 0, 3. Use the slope to plot your next point. Our slope is minus 3 over 5. Therefore, from the y-intercept, we will move down by 3 units and run 5 unit to the right. Step 4. Draw a line through your 2 points. The line represents the equation y equals minus 3 over 5x plus 3. Here's something to note about the slope. The negative sign can stay with the numerator or the denominator. If the negative sign is with the numerator of the slope, as in -3/5, then you will move 3 units downward on the y-axis from the y-intercept, and move 5 units to the right on x-axis. If we do it the other way, where the negative is with the denominator of the slope, as in 3/-5, you will move 3 units upward from the y-intercept, and move 5 units to the left on the x-axis. You will realize we still have the same line graph either way, meaning that the line will pass through the same point. To remember the direction of a graph of an equation with a positive slope, you can imagine a staircase leaning towards the right and a boy climbing up the stairs. And for the direction of the graph of an equation with a negative slope, you can imagine a staircase leaning towards the left and a boy going down the stairs. Here are some practice questions for you. Plot the graph of 3x plus y equals 9 using the x and y intercept method. You can pause the video to give it a try. Correct answer: if intercept equals 3, 0, y-intercept equals 0, 9, and your graph should look like this. Now, use the slope-intercept method to plot the graph of this equation, y equals -2/5x plus 7. You can pause the video to give it a try. Correct answer: slope m equals -2/5. Y-intercept equals 0, 7, and your graph should look like this. Don't forget that any form of linear equation can be converted to the desired form that will make your work easier. Watch out for our next video on systems of linear equations. See you next time. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on notification bell to get notified when we upload new videos. Smart Myths. Be the smartest.